You know how to take the pictures? Actually take the interview.
You more comfortable on one side or the other?
I'm fine.
Good. Okay. As soon as we get the cue here.
Yeah, we're on.
I'm live. Okay, we are back. And this is your time on the Survival Radio Network. We are live here at the Cobb Galleria in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Black College Expo. And we have Mr. Donald Brown with us here. Thank you so much for joining us. And he's going to share a little bit about what he does and why he's here. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful. Welcome. And thank you for joining us here on your time today.
You're welcome.
So tell us a little bit about why you're here today.
Well, ifsip.me, we're a college marketing campaign for the college-bound student athlete. I've been a strategic partner with the Black College Expo in Oakland, Los Angeles, Houston, Washington, D.C., and now we're here in Atlanta. I'm also a panelist on the 411 information for the high school student athlete. We are marketing high school student athletes for scholarship consideration. To get any type of offer, the high school student athlete has to be identified, qualified, and evaluated by college coaches. And that's the platform that we launch our student athletes off of. The website is www.ifsip. That's ifsip.me.
Ifsip.me. Say that 10 times fast. Ifsip.me. Okay, and tell us how long you've been with them.
Well, this is my first year with the Black College Expo. We've done 5 shows so far. I love the platform. I love the energy that Coach Carter and I bring together when we're communicating with the high school student athletes. We try and talk about how to be a scholar athlete. So if you're a C student, we want you to get in front of the class, go in front of the classroom, take notes, bring your notebook and write down everything that the teacher is saying. And that will automatically, if you do that consistently, that will automatically bring you from a C student to a B student or a B student to an A student. Ifsip.me is the only Black-owned college recruiting service in the United States.
Oh, wow.
We're the largest in Southern California. And we have about 25 employees covering 800 high schools in the Southern California area right now.
Wow, that is really huge. That is really huge. And once again, how can students get in contact with you?
You can go to www.ifsip.me, ifsip.me, and it's a free registration. Fill out the information, and then we will send out some information regarding the college recruiting process.
Okay, that's wonderful. Now, you said this is your first year?
This is my first year with the Black College Expo. However, I've been working with high school kids for 15 years now.
Wow, and in what capacity?
Running the recruiting service.
Okay. So the first year, okay, I get it now. We're the first year with the Black College Expo, but you have been doing this for a while. 15 years. So what words of encouragement or specific advice would you give our athletes?
It's very competitive. There's 7.9 million high school student athletes. You have to set yourself. The difference is, I believe, it's just not athletics, it's academics. My second son is just graduating from Harvard University. He's on the football and basketball team, Matt Brown. And we just stress the importance of a quality education. When you're looking for a college, don't just look for, the name, or don't just look at the schools that you see on TV. There's a lot of universities, quality universities that are out there, and but you have to apply yourself in the classroom just as much as you do on the field or on the court.
And that is so important. Athletes out there, the classroom, that is so important. I know you have a passion for whatever sport it is that you want to play, but you got to handle your business in the classroom first.
Right. That's right. So.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We know you have to get back to your area, but thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Brown, today. And we just hope that you get a lot of students to come by, ask a lot of questions, and get the information that they need. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Pleasure.
Have a great afternoon. Thank you. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Donald Brown. Go ahead. You're good. Okay. And that was Mr. Donald Brown. He just joined us today. And then we have another guest that's coming right behind him. We're just having a fabulous day today, just talking to some wonderful, wonderful people. Good afternoon, young lady. How are you?
Blessed and highly favored.
Well, tell our audience who you are and what your purpose is here today.
My name's Wendy Felton, and I am the author of the College Access Workbook. I'm here to empower families and children on college access.
And that is wonderful. And tell us a little bit about, for those parents that may not know, or for those parents that this is their first child preparing for college, what are some of the basic steps? What are some of the basic things that they need to do in order to prepare?
Well, the first basic step I would say is parental involvement. You have to be involved in your child's education from preschool all the way to their senior year in college, well, in high school. Yeah, it is extremely important, would be the first thing, so that you're aware of what's going on and what your rights are. Don't just sign the handbook and send it back, and you don't know really what's in it or on it. So that would be the second thing. But depending on the grade levels and where the child is, I have to-do sheets for each grade level from 6th grade all the way to 12th.
Oh, so you started 6th grade.
Yes, ma'am. Getting ready to do another component, taking us to elementary school, because I.
Oh, wow. Wow. And you know, it really has to start nowadays with on the collegiate level. Things are so competitive. And at this point in time, it's never too early to start.
No, it's not. And in fact, I really feel that we have to bring up our kids thinking college from preschool and talking about it. Even if you haven't gone, take them around somebody who's gone to talk about it, and instill that in my household. I didn't know you could quit in high school. I had to go to college, and it wasn't over until you finished with college. So I look at the book, it just adds to the foundation why you need to go to college, why you need to do this. And I love it. It's an empowerment tool.
And I think it's so important to come to events like this where the high school students can see the relevancy, because, you know, and they're sitting in a geometry class or a U.S. history class, and they say, well, I don't understand why I have to do this and how it's going to relate to what I want to do after high school. But when they come to events such as this, then they begin to see the relevancy.
You're right. You are so right. And what I do is when parents come over to our booth here and I see the kids are wandering, looking around and not paying attention to what I'm saying, I have this box on my table and I give it to them as a gift. And I say, open the box. They're like, it's empty. I said, yes, consider yourself that box. What you put in your box is what you get out of your box. Your parent brought you here putting something into your box. Now, what are you going to get out of it by being here? Are you going to put something in your box? And it makes them think about, you got to invest in yourself. And if you don't, you're not going to get anything out of it.
And that is so huge, because I think a lot of our students don't realize they have so much potential inside of them, but they haven't tapped into that potential. And that they need to take the time to tap into that potential to see what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, so they can work on those weaknesses becoming strengths, and just fill that box, like you said, because there's just so much potential there. There's just so much potential there. So what do you find in what you're doing? What do you find is the most challenging?
The most challenging thing is when people meet me and see my energy and my love for it, they will come, but it's getting the word out. I do workshops at churches. I do workshops at other places. And it's so hard to get people out. Just
come out.
Listen to free information. So
free information. That's the key. There's some free information. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. And I love empowering people because I look at nothing in my book is dated. I put websites in there so
Got
that
some fans out there.
yeah, I see. Yeah,
We might have to bring the fans over here. We're gonna bring the fans over when we
I
finish.
haven't seen them in a month.
So they've been AWOL, huh?
Yeah, I have, because I just recently released my day job, so I can do this full time.
You know what? That just falls right in line with our show, Your Time, which is the show that reminds you that time is yours for the making. And we encourage people to begin to walk in their passion, whether it's full time or whether it's part time, or if they can make that transition from doing it part time to full time and getting a paycheck for it, then you never work another day in your life. So that is a beautiful thing that you now are walking in it full time.
Yes, I am. It's nothing but God. Nothing but God that has just opened the walls, because there's so much to my story that I've had brain cancer since 19. I've had 3 brain surgeries and 40 treatments of radiation. And the doctor who did the radiation said I would be blind, I'd lose memory and the ability to speak. But after radiation, I wrote the book and I got it out and I realized what my purpose was. And still didn't do it full time. And then, bam, Montgomery Public Schools bought 1,600 books, and Atlanta Public Schools just bought 250. So God is showing me the power of the book.
And young people, what I want you to understand, that this lady standing right here, what she just said in the past 30 seconds is a living testimony that you can overcome anything, regardless of what it is. You can overcome anything. As long as you have breath in your body, you can get up in the morning and swing your legs over the side of the bed. You can do anything. And she has come back from those challenges to doing what she is doing today, walking full time, mind you, in her passion and getting paid to do so. Am I wrong?
Oh, you're right. You're right. Look, I work for God now. I don't have to worry about moodiness or personality changes, because he's the same today as he was yesterday, as he will be tomorrow.
Let the church say amen.
Amen, amen, amen.
That is wonderful. So you want to share a little bit about our photographers out there, our young ladies?
Come on over here.
Yes, ma'am. Come on.
I worked for an elementary school with Atlanta Public Schools for 2 years, and this is one of my girlfriend's daughters. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Malaya. I'm a 10th grader at Curtis Scott King High School. You know, I met Miss Felton through my mom because she used to be open to helping my sister in her college choice and stuff like that. So we just came connected, and she's really great. So
that is so sweet.
They're my babies. They're coming to watch me tomorrow. I can't wait. I am taking this dance class, and we're having a recital tomorrow, and they're coming to support me.
And okay, just to remind us, what did the doctor say again?
That I would be blind, and lose the ability to speak, and lose my memory.
And lose her memory, and you're about to take a what?
Dance class.
Ain't God good? That's all I can say.
He is. He is. He is. He is. Yeah.
So, we're in the 10th grade. Yes. And just tell us a little bit about where you might see yourself after you graduate from high school.
a lot of times I debate about where I want to be because I'm always changing my career choice and stuff like that. Yeah, so I wanted a plan. So my mom introduced me to like studying radiology and stuff like that, because when she went to the doctor's office, they said something was wrong with her legs and stuff like that. Yeah, so she had to get surgery. And then she was talking to this lady who does sonographs and stuff like that, you know, ultrasounds. And she was like, she makes a great deal of money and everything like that. So my mom knows I love science and everything. So then she introduced that to me. So now I'm looking towards majoring in radiology and stuff like that.
That is wonderful. And it's beautiful to see girls who love science. That is a beautiful thing. The sky's the limit for you. The sky's the limit for you. That is wonderful. When you keep up the good work, you stay encouraged, you have some wonderful role models around you. Never, ever lose sight of your goals. Never, ever let anyone discourage you from whatever it is that you're doing, and tap into the potential within you, because what's for you is for you. What God has for you is for you. It may not look like what your friends have, but that's all right. You do you. Okay?
Thank you. I will.
Welcome. You're welcome. Well, Miss Wendy, is there any are there any takeaways that you'd like to leave our audience with?
I'd like to tell parents you need to expose your children to as much as possible. There are a lot of summer camps that are career based that you can link into for your child to see if they like it. Encourage that. Exposure, exposure, exposure is the key. It really is. You'll see kids blossom with exposure.
And this is evidence right here. Look at that beautiful smile, that beautiful smile. So we thank you so much, ladies, for joining us. Thank you so much. And we just hope that you enjoy the rest of the fair. I wish you much success. And thank you so much for sharing. You just have a beautiful spirit. It just shines through. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. All right, ladies, be careful. Thank you so much. All right. Well, we have just had a wonderful afternoon. It's not over yet. This is Your Time on Survival Radio Network, and we are broadcasting live from the Black College Expo right here, Cobb Galleria in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm Paula G, of course. And my co-host, Bruce Allen, he's kind of wandering around here somewhere. He done got distracted. I don't know. But in a few moments, I'm going to have our engineer come over, Mike B. You know, we love our engineer. And he has his own show on Saturdays, 9 a.m. on the bench with Mike B. And we're going to be talking with him in a little while about college and career planning and some other things. So we hope you will stay with us. And again, we are at the Black College Expo, the Cobb Galleria in Atlanta, Georgia. And we've just got a variety of HBCUs that are here represented. Our armed forces are represented. We have resources for athletes. There's some resources here for our athletes, and just a wide variety of things. And we're seeing the parents are coming in. Students are coming in. They're coming in with bags. They're getting a lot of information from a lot of these different vendors. A lot of our students, our seniors, are coming in with their transcripts. They're coming in with their SAT and ACT scores, and they're meeting with some of the representatives, and some of them are applying on the spot. Some of these colleges are offering money on the spot, so it is huge. This is really, really huge. And we're just so excited, and we're just so happy to be here today. If you have a student that's in high school thinking about some things and as far as what they want to do on the collegiate level, these kinds of things are a great opportunity because all of the information is here. And again, it's the Black College Expo at the Cobb Galleria right here in Atlanta, Georgia. We've got next to us coming up, hopefully we'll have the armed forces come up and kind of share a little bit with us. And we're going to take a break in a little bit, I believe. We'll take a little break in a little bit, and we'll come back and we'll be talking to some other folks. We also will be interviewing some of the Black College Expo representatives, and they're going to tell us a little bit about the Atlanta Expo as well as some of the other expos. And I just want to share a little information with you in regard to your high school student, whether they are a freshman, sophomore, junior. Well, let's start with a freshman. We'll start with a freshman. Freshman year of high school is a transitional year. It's a very challenging year going from 8th grade to 9th grade. There are a lot of adjustments and there are a lot of changes, academically especially. Some of the things that a student did academically to be successful in 8th grade may not necessarily work in 9th grade. Some of the study skills that they used in 8th grade may not necessarily work in 9th grade. So that is a time frame when they're kind of learning some new study skills. For example, let's say I'm a math teacher and I'm teaching times tables, and I use 2 times 2 equals 4 to teach multiplication. So student goes home and they practice, they study, they memorize 2 times 2 equals 4. They come back the next day and I say, okay, I'm going to give you a quiz. In the quiz, I present to them 8 times 9. Oh, well, wait a minute, Miss Paula, that's not fair because you taught us 2 times 2. You didn't say anything about 8 times 9. What's on the test and what you taught us are 2 different things. The key is once you get to high school, you really have to understand the concepts and the material. So it's not so much the numbers that are involved, it's knowing what to do with the X in the middle. If you know what to do with the X in the middle, it doesn't matter the numbers on either side of the X. That's understanding concepts. That's critical thinking. And those are some of the things that students have to begin to learn once they get in high school. When, you know, they're in 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, a lot of times it's a lot of memorization. And then when they get to the test, a lot of times on the test is the exact same thing that they've studied. But once you get to high school, it doesn't work that way. We're looking more at concept than we are, you know, memorizing and regurgitating what we memorize. So those are some of the challenges there that we're looking at when we're, you know, transitioning from middle school on up to high school. Also, the transcript and the courses that students take, all of that remains on the transcript. So if they do well a semester and they get all A's and B's, that's on the transcript and that stays on the transcript. If they don't do well, that's on the transcript and that stays on the transcript as well. So we're going to take a quick break. This is Your Time, broadcasting live from the Black College Expo. And this is the Survival Radio Network. I am Paula G, and we'll be back in a moment.